Well, the life and death of Vincent van Gogh is the subject of a new animated film. The scenes look like some of the artist's most famous work and were created by classically trained oil painters. Well, Josh Burdett stars alongside Douglas Booth in the film. We'll be speaking to him in just a minute. But first, let's see a clip of the action.
So, what brings you to over there?
I want to do something for Vincent.
You're not going to stir things up again, are you? We've had quite enough weeping over that nutcase.
His neighbours and the police. Get out of there! And the whole town against an ill man.
Vincent, what have you done?
We all knew something was very wrong.
Well, Josh, thank you very much for coming in. It looks absolutely amazing, this film. Tell us a bit more about the filming. How did they make it so just look like a painting?
Yeah, that's the idea. So it was filmed on green screen, so filmed using normal actors, green screen, so it gave them a blank canvas on which to paint at the end. So we were heavily made up, so it's almost kind of theatrical makeup, very over the top. But that helped them, obviously, with the method afterwards. So the filming was done quite quickly. It was done over a few weeks, and then it was the post-production that's taken 2 years. Wow. So it took 125 painters the last 2 years to paint over every single frame of the whole film. So that's 65,000 separate oil paintings in the style of Van Gogh. So what you'll see at the end is I guess a moving Van Gogh painting. So the characters are all portraits of people he painted, and the landscapes and the famous, Starry Night and everything you'll see in the film.
That is painstaking work.
Yeah.
Well, you play a character called Zouave.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about him.
Well, Zouave is a French soldier of the time, very sort of kind of rough around the edges. You'll see I use, the director Hugh Welchman wanted me to use a sort of Scottish accent, so the guy, he's drunk all the time, a kind of troublemaker, and you'll see me sort of having a bit of an aggressive sort of argument with Douglas Booth's character, Armand. So he's, yeah, a bit of a kind of drunken, lazy soldier.
Had a few drinks getting into practice for that character then?
Well, I tried to, to get into it in as method a way as I could. Yeah.
And the story, it focuses more on Van Gogh's death rather than his life. Why was that decision made?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of mystery surrounding Van Gogh's death. Obviously, he was shot, but did he do it to himself? Did someone shoot him? And so I think the film wanted to explore exactly the events that led up to that kind of slightly mysterious end to his life. They know he was shot. He managed to make it back into town, and then died some 30 hours later from an infection, I think. But they wanted to sort of investigate what actually led up to that, because before he wasn't famous when he died. He was only famous afterwards. So it's Armand, Douglas Booth's character, who sort of does the detective work and retraces these events that led up to that moment. Yeah. And
the premiere is tomorrow night in London. How excited to be there, releasing this film to the world?
So excited. I mean, it's done the rounds at some of the film festivals all around the world. It's been doing so well. It's won in the animation category, sort of in so many places. But it's really exciting. It's at the National Gallery, so it kind of ties in with the artistic side of the film. And I can't wait to... I haven't seen the film yet, so I'm so excited to be there and to get a chance to see it.
So it'll be a delightful surprise for you and, of course, Douglas Booth.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Josh, for joining us. Very exciting.
Thank you.
That opens in cinemas tomorrow. Well, that's all we have time for this lunchtime on London Live News. We'll be back around 6 o'clock with all the latest headlines. Have a lovely afternoon.